She said her daughter found out about the affair the same week she was killed, but was adamant that this had nothing to do with her daughter being killed based on the person she knew Burnett to be. She insisted that Burnett would not have harmed her daughter willfully, at one point stating that she wished her marriage was like the one her daughter had. Hello hummingbirds, thank you for joining me for yet another video here on HBN channel. On this channel we talk about some of the stories that make it into the headlines. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Also, please check out some of the other crime stories that we've done. I will put the links in the description section. And now the story at hand. So many of us will remember a shocking news story that surfaced in 2018 when Nordreka Williams Burnett, a young attorney, she was 34 years old at the time, she was stabbed and murdered by her husband at their St. Andrew apartment. Now her husband, he was a Jamaica Defense Force lieutenant, and he stabbed his attorney wife to death at their home. And it was said that he was actually suffering from mental health issues. He had mental challenges. As a matter of fact, he was diagnosed all the way back in 2008, and he ended up murdering his wife. Now, he at the time said that he heard voices in his head that told him to kill his wife, Nordreka Williams Burnett. Now, fast forward to this year, 2024. The case is now before the court. Now, the article that I'm going to read from the Jamaica Observer will shock a lot of you, because the mother of the slain attorney has said that she has forgiven the killer soldier who killed her daughter, and she went on to say many good words about the man. She said that he would not intentionally, or she does not believe that he would intentionally hurt her daughter. She said that she has forgiven him and she still loves him, and she spoke about many good characteristics of their marriage. She spoke highly about him. You just have to hear the article for yourself. So without further delay, I'm just going to get into it. The headline reads, "Mother of slain attorney forgives killer soldier husband." And here are the details. The mother of former attorney Nordreka Williams Burnett, who was in 2018 murdered by her husband, former Jamaica Defense Force physiotherapist Kyodia Burnett, has risen to the defense of her son-in-law, whom she describes as a great husband, father, and son-in-law who treated her daughter like a queen and would never intentionally hurt her. Burnett, who was first diagnosed with generalized anxiety depression in 2008, according to the evidence led in the matter by his attorney Jacqueline Samuels Brown, King's Counsel, declined over the years, leading to him being diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. Burnett murdered his wife on December 13, 2018 at their West Kirkland Heights St. Andrew apartment after a quarrel the night before, according to the statement of his then 8-year-old daughter, which was read out on day 2 of his trial in February this year. "My mother and father would quarrel a lot. I counted the times when they quarreled, and it was 12 times. One time when mommy and daddy were quarreling, I saw mommy crying. When I saw mommy crying, I felt like crying too," the primary school student said in her evidence. She said in the penultimate quarrel on Wednesday, December 12, 2018, the couple was in their bedroom at their West Kirkland Heights St. Andrew apartment. I heard Mommy was shouting at Daddy. Then I heard Daddy talking, but I did not hear Mommy responding. Early Thursday morning, I went to look for Mommy and Daddy. I saw their bedroom door open and I saw Mommy's two legs first. Then I saw Mommy lying on the bed. I saw something red on the bed. The red thing that I saw on the bed looks like blood, she said in her statement. I saw Mommy stand up and was screaming. I then saw Mommy fall down on the floor, and I saw my daddy lift up Mommy and put her on the bed. When I saw Daddy lift up Mommy and put her on the bed, he walked to the bedroom door and closed it. He was in the bedroom, the child said. Burnett has pled guilty to manslaughter on the basis of diminished responsibility. On Wednesday, his mother-in-law, who was one of several individuals interviewed by probation officers who compiled a social inquiry report ordered by the Supreme Judge Justice Dale Palmer, indicated that although the death of her daughter is hard to bear, she cannot harbor ill feelings towards the ex-army man and has forgiven him. The grieving woman said she also still loves her son-in-law and feels unable to do otherwise, even though others of her family members, especially Nordraker's father, are still struggling to forgive him. She described Burnett as very domesticated, stating that he handled most of the household chores while he, his wife, and their two children resided with her for the first 8 years of their marriage in Montego Bay. The woman said, based on her recollection, Burnett continued to be the same after he and his wife and the children relocated to St. Andrew because of their jobs. According to the woman, while she knew Burnett was dealing with mental health challenges, she had no idea of the extent until the week he killed her daughter. She told the probation officer that at no point did her daughter express fear of Burnett or any belief that he would harm her or the children. According to the former attorney's mother, Nordraker was more fearful that he would hurt himself. In the meantime, in the report, which was on Wednesday entered into court records at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston in the trial, which is now almost at an end, Nordraker's mother revealed that her daughter had confided to her that Burnett had been involved in an extramarital affair. She said her daughter found out about the affair the same week she was killed, but was adamant that this had nothing to do with her daughter being killed based on the person she knew Burnett to be. She insisted that Burnett would not have harmed her daughter willfully. At one point, she stated that she wished her marriage was like the one her daughter had. Wednesday, Samuels Brown, stating, "What better victim impact statement could you get?" told the court that all the evidence points in the direction of a supervisory order and suggested sentence of no more than 3 years. In a detailed plea in mitigation address, Samuels Brown said an order that does not include incarceration in a prison or correctional center is the appropriate one to be made in the case. We submit that the defendant residing at a family home is the recommendation of the experts, not the paramilitary environment of the correctional facility, she said, noting that Barnett's mother resigned her job overseas to return to the island after the incident in 2018 so as to support him through his legal troubles. She noted that during the 5 years that the matter has been before the courts, the defendant and his family have demonstrated support and respect for court orders. Your Lordship can feel comfortable that were he to make an order to him to be in the womb of parental and family care, he would not only thrive mentally, but the public interest will also be served, she said. However, the senior prosecutor who led the evidence in making her sentencing submission on Wednesday pointed out that while Burnett is an educated man, a university graduate, a professional who knew from as early as 2008 that he was suffering from a mental illness, his children are now having to face all the good and the bad, negatives and positives, without a mother to guide them. He needs to be punished so that he will understand the consequences of action and inaction. It is a custodial sentence that the Crown is urging on this court, she said. In noting that the usual range of manslaughter with diminishing responsibility is 3 to 10 years, the prosecution suggested a starting point of 5 years for Burnett, with discounts for his guilty plea, time spent on remand, and his previous good character, arguing that a probation order would shock the public conscience. The prosecution said a custodial sentence would serve the public interest. Justice Dale Palmer on Wednesday, after hearing the submission, said he would need time to consider before handing down his decision. Burnett, in the meantime, had his bail extended. So there you heard it. What are your thoughts about this article? What are your thoughts about what Nordreka's mother said about her killer husband? Please leave your comments in the comments section. I'm looking forward to reading them. And I'll end on that note. Thank you again for joining me for yet another video here on HBN channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell as well so that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Also, go ahead, like and share the video. Until next time, stay safe and walk good.